Illa sir. Actually, only one person.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, 5 members. 7 members actually. Yeah. Okay. Good evening, Vidya Saga.
Good evening. Very.
Are you hear my voice?
Yes, yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Vidya Saga, are you hear my voice?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Hello, I'm audible.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes. Vidya sir, are you hear my voice?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Your voice.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, now let's get start.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm shared my screen. That is also you can see, right?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Now let's move to the next topics. Okay. Now here we are start. Okay. Now let's get start the next session. This session cover the previous session topics like subprograms. Okay, now we are entering into PyCharm IDE. Okay. Now here I open PyCharm IDE. Okay, as well as I want try to open already existing project. Okay. Now we are entering into here itself. And then here choose our folder. Okay, in case our folder is not found, then we can make one more project. Here I create new project, as well as we want try to, okay. Okay, now here try to make new project. The project name is project B. Project name is project B. That project found under on which one path? D: D is a drive, SPR is a main folder, and Python is a subfolder, CA is a subfolder of Python, IDE is a subfolder of CA, PyC. PyC means the PyCharm. Okay, that is subfolder of IDE. Now here we are created, our project name is project B, PRJB. Now here we don't want try to make main.py home module file name. Okay. Here just I expand. Here we are using which version Python here itself then 3.8. That is software development kit version. Okay, here I try to press create button. Now we are entering into PyCharm IDE. Okay. Now here tooltip window displayed. Here I checked don't show tips checkbox as well as press close button also. Okay. Here I try to make one more folder. Name is called as procedural oriented programming language. Here I press right mouse button and then entering into new submenu as well as press directory menu item. Okay. Name is procedural oriented programming language. Okay, good. Next here I try to make new file. Here I press right mouse button as well as I entering into new submenu as well as press Python file menu item. Okay. Okay. Now here I type it. Name S1. S1 is nothing. It's a subprogram 1. Here I type. Here I want try to develop command for title of program. Program is how to develop a function. Subprogram, already I told you, subprogram categories or procedure and function. Okay. Now, def is one of the keyword for develop a subprogram. Here we are develop some, and then here we are develop two formal parameters. Name is called as I and J. Formal parameters names are I and J. Subprogram name is sum. Here develop subprogram definition part. So this is called as subprogram declaration part. This is called as subprogram definition part. Here we are develop subprogram definition part, as well as here we are indicate subprogram ending part through return jump statement. This jump statement indicate subprogram is completed. Okay. Now, again we are trying to develop one more subprogram. Name is called as div. Here also develop formal parameters. Names are I and J. Okay. Here declaration part is completed. Now we are trying to develop subprogram definition part. I divide by J. So here return jump statement, return a value. So this kind of subprogram category called as function. So here we wrote it. What is that then? Return jump statement, return some value. So this kind of subprogram category is function. Okay. Here return jump statement, return nothing. Here return nothing. Return jump statement, return nothing. So this kind of subprogram category is procedure. So procedure does not return a value, function return a value. That's all. Now here we are trying to call sum 1, 9. So 1 is a actual parameter. First actual parameter value is actual parameter value. What is the first actual parameter value? First actual parameter value is 1. The second actual parameter value is 9. Now, above statement called a procedure. Now, here we are declaring a procedure. Here, declare or create a procedure. What is the procedure name? Procedure name is sum. Okay. Here, define a procedure. Here, recording process is going on, sir. Okay. Here, we are develop two formal parameters. First formal parameter name is I. Second formal parameter name is J. Now I think you are too clear. Here also we are developed two formal parameters I and J. Now here we are declare or create a function. The function name is div. Now I think you are Clear all
Yeah,
those
up
things?
to this I'm clear. Up to this I'm clear.
Okay. Now here we are trying to call one more function. Name is called as date. Here we are pass 10 and 3. First actual parameter value is 10. Second actual parameter value is 3. Now function return value stored into k variable. As well as here we are print the k variable value. Now here we are trying to run this program. Sir, how to run this program? See here, if you want to run this program, then you can press, don't press Alt Shift F10, press Control Shift F10. Here, if you want to run this program, then you please press Control Shift F10. Control Shift F10 key, execute, activate subprogram. Sorry, activate main program. Control Shift F10 key, execute current program. Alt Shift F10 key, list out what are the programs are available. Alt Shift F10 key, here I press. Now here display one list pan. That list pan has what are the programs are we are opened. We can choose which one program if you want run. So Alt Shift F10 key shows what are the programs we are opened. We can choose which one program if you want execute from that list. So next one, sir,
These
I
are the
want
subprograms,
execute.
right? These are the
Excuse me.
subprograms. These are the subprograms, right? Whatever you are writing.
No. For example, here I make one more program. See here. Here I want try to make one more program. Okay, name is called as S2. Okay, this is here I try to write thanks. Okay, here now we are open two main programs. First program is s1.py, second main program is s2.py. Now here I press Control Shift F10. Now s2.py program executed. Since cursor activated in s2.py, here I open s1.py, cursor activated in s1.py file. Now here I press Control Shift F10. Now executed s1.py. Okay. Now here I press Add Shift F10. Now list pan display. That list pan has two file names which you want execute. If you want execute S1 or S2, here I choose S2 file. Now S2 program file executed. Are you clear?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Okay. So okay, now here I try to close all those things. Okay. Now here we are call above statement call a function. Function return value stored into k variable. Function return value stored into k variable. Here display k variable value using print output function. Now I think you are to clear this how to develop a function, how to develop a procedure. Okay. Now we are okay. Now you are a little bit you know that how to make a function, how to make a procedure. Now we are entering into next program. Same concept for how to develop a subprogram. The title is how to develop a subprogram. We know the categories, procedure, and function. Okay, good. Now here I type it forward sum I and j.
Okay.
Now here Carefully watch it out. Here I just declare a function. Sorry, here I declare a subprogram, but here I am not develop definition part. Later I develop definition part. So is it possible? So here I put return. So what is the meaning? Okay, here declare yeah procedure. Okay, here make empty definition part. Empty definition part to procedure using pass jump statement. Jump statement make empty definition part. This is short and sweet. Pass jump statement make pass jump statement make empty definition part. Okay. Now here we are terminating a subprogram. Now let's work. Next one. Here we are trying to develop one more function. Name is called as div I and j. You know that these are called as the formal parameter. Formal parameter read value from actual parameter. Actual parameter pass value to formal parameter. Okay. Here we put I and j. Next here we put I, okay, 0. Now this here compiler not execute this statement. Note it out. Compiler not execute this statement. Since above return jump statement terminate your subprogram like terminate your function. So this one is not execute here. This part is not reached. Compiler not execute above above statement since before above return jump statement terminate your function. So now here compiler terminate this div function. Compiler not process this return jump statement. So this is useless. So this thing I won't try to explain. Now here call sum 2, 5. 2 is the first actual parameter value, 5 is second actual parameter value. We can, okay. Now here not written any values since here we are make empty definition part. So output is nothing. Now here try to display div. Return div function return value. Now 2, 3. 2. Sorry. Here we are pass to 20, 3. 20 stored into I variable, 3 stored into j variable. Now here try to print k variable value. Okay. Now execute this program. Now this is the output. I think now you are too clear how to call a function, how to call a procedure. Now this is the output. Now, okay, we can call in this way also. Div.
So if we cannot mention the definition def, so
Okay.
it will not compile, right? I mean, it will empty definition will not take.
Yeah, this part is not executed. So for example, here we are by a site, but we are not building a building. Then how can we utilize that building? Are you clear or not?
Yeah, I'm clear now.
Okay, here we are by a site, but here we are not building a building. Later we can build a building. How we can utilize that building? So this is nothing. So declaration part, definition part, and calling part. These things are too important. This is called as declaration part. These two statements are called as definition part. So this is called as calling part. So same as here. This is declaration part. These are called as definition part. This is called as calling part. Function return value stored into k variable. That k variable value display here itself. Okay. Now here we are. We can pass in this way also. What I try to say, j equal to 4, I equal to 20 or 40, your wish. We can call parameter. Okay, we can reorder parameter values with name. So this is also possible. Now here I want function return value stored into x variable. Here I try to print x variable has value. Now I pass actual parameter value 4 to j formal parameter. Here I pass 40 actual parameter value to I formal parameter value in different sequence. Exactly. So here we are trying to run this program. Okay, now here I press Control Shift F10. That is help for execute current program, activate program. Now this is the value. Are you clear?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Okay, good. Now next one is how to develop a function overloading concept. Okay, now I want to close this Python program file and then this Python program file also. Here, if you want open this project pan, then they are display shortcut keys also. Alt 1 activate project pan. Here I press Alt 1. This is activate project pan. Now here I press. Here I select s1.py as well as press enter key. When I press enter key, that time onwards display s1.py editor pan. This is called as editor pan. So this one is called as editor pan. So next one, here I select s2.py as well as press enter key. Now here open one more editor pan, name is called as s2.py. Sir, I want close, I want hidden project pan. There, give one shortcut key, note it out, shift escape key. Now shift escape key, hidden or minimize project pan, add 1, restore project pan, shift escape key, minimize project pan, add 1 key, restore project pan. Now here I press shift escape key. Now I minimize project pan. Okay. Now here we want write. Okay, sir, I want entering into output pan. What is the shortcut key? Alt 4. Alt 4 is a shortcut key for shift cursor into output pan. If you want shift cursor into output pan, then you please press Alt 4 key. Sir, is it possible to entering into editor pan? You just press escape key twice or once. When you are press escape key, that time shift cursor into editor pan. Now here I try to press Alt 4 key. Now cursor shift into output pan. Again press Alt 4 key. Minimized output pan. Alt 4 key is a toggle key. Toggle key means for what? Output pan displayed, then we can hidden output pan. Output pan hidden, then we can press Alt 4 key. That Alt 4 key shows output pan. In the output and hidden then display. Output and display that we can hidden using as 4 key. Sir, is it possible to close this file with a shortcut key? Yes. Control F4 key. Control F4 key. Close child window or currently activated Python file. Now, I think you are too clear. Again, I want open and one for again. I press Alt 1. Yeah.
If I want to save anything in that S2 file, so is there any need to save button in a phrase?
Okay. Or you want to save all those files? That you just press file here. If you want to save all those, then you please press Ctrl S key or entering into file menu as well as press save all menu item. Are you clear?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. If you want to save by any toggle button.
Yeah, actually, see, if you write any content in the test2 file, so suddenly if you forget it and you can come out, so that
Okay.
that content will be saved in that file or not?
Okay, yes, I can understand. For example, here we have typed few lines, but I have not saved. Here I quit that. Now
Yes.
confirmation box displayed.
Mhm. Okay.
Are you clear? Confirmation box displayed. You are not saved this file. Okay. If you want to exit this program, yes, I want to exit this. Yes, I am quit. I am not saved this file. Are you clear?
Yes. Yes.
Again, I am entering into PyCharm. Okay. Again, we are entering into PyCharm and then automatically open this project. Now the line is also available. No need to save. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay. This is your doubt, right? In
Yeah.
case we are not saved, then that content is automatically saved or not? Yes. When you are close this project, that content automatically saved. Now I want to try to close this program. Okay. How to develop? Okay. Here we are trying to develop the third program file. Same as how to develop as a program, procedure or function. Okay. Here we are passed the default values. Okay. In case we are not pass values there. For example, print I plus j here. In case we are not pass values, then here we are put for what? Okay, 0, 0. Now here we are not pass values. Okay, first one is required formal parameter. Second one is optional formal parameter. First one is called as required formal parameter. Second one called as optional formal parameter. In case we have not passed value to j, then automatically j takes 0 value. Okay, now here I pass value only to I. Now here we are not pass value to j. Okay, here we are pass value to I and j. Okay. Now here we are pass value to I and j. Two values stored into I variable, j variable has 7. So 2 stored into I variable, 7 values stored into j variable. But here we are pass 5 value to I variable only. So j variable automatically takes 0.
0.
Okay. Now I want to quit this. Okay. I want to try to run this program. Now I think you are too clear. 0 plus something,
0 plus 5.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. Here 2 divide by, okay. Oh, sorry. 2 plus 7 is a 9. No, this is now this is called as how to develop optional formal parameter. This optional formal parameter develop function overloading feature. Okay, later we will see how to develop function overloading feature. I think now you are too clear. Next, what is the topic then? Now, these topics, up to these topics, S1, S2, S3.5 cover subprogram topics. Now, we are entering the next new topic, name is called as iteration or loop. Okay, here I give file name is L1. Okay. Okay, before we will see one if conditional statement that is most important. Okay, here I want try to rename a file. Sir, how to rename a file? Here I press right mouse button as well as here refactor submenu. Here rename menu item is also available. The shortcut key is Shift F6. Now here I try to give the conditional statement C1. Okay. Here we are trying to develop conditional statement. Example for how to develop conditional statement. Like if. For example, how to find biggest number between three numbers. Okay. Now here I want store 2 and then J has 9, K has 5. Now here we are developed 3 statements. Each statement ends with a semicolon. Sir, why we are not put semicolon to last statement then? The last statement, no need semicolon because that is end of statement. Because of that, we are not mentioned here semicolon. That is optional. So here I am not mentioned the semicolon. Okay, now here we are find out what is the biggest value between I, J and K variables. Here first I want to compare I greater than J. Okay. In case true, then next I want to compare I variable value with K variable. Now finally here I try to display the biggest value is I. Else here try to print biggest value is K. Now here try to type print compare K greater than K. It's a true then print biggest value is J. Else here try to print biggest value is K. Now I want to try to explain this program. Here we are try to compare 2 greater than 9. False. Now false, then entering into here itself. Here we are compare J has 9, K has 5. True or false? Yes, true. 9 greater than 5 is true. Now this is the output. What is the output? Biggest value 9. I want to try to run this program. Here I press Control Shift F10 key. Now biggest value is 9. So this kind of loop, this kind of conditional statement called as nested if conditional statement, because here we are developed one if conditional statement. That if conditional statement indentation part has one more if conditional statement. When we are developed if conditional statement within another if conditional statement, that kind of if conditional statement called as nested if conditional statement. Again, I repeat, when one is if conditional statement, when one if conditional statement has sorry, here what I tried to say, when if conditional statement definition part has one more if conditional statement, that kind of if conditional statement called as nested if conditional statement. Okay, now I think now you are too clear. This is if following part called as true part. This is true part. Else following part called as false part. So this is false part. So this is called as nested if conditional statement. Here also called as nested if conditional statement. Okay. So this is called as nested. Okay. This if conditional statement develop nested if conditional statement. Now, so this if conditional statement following part called as true part. So this is else. This else part following part called as false part. Now this false part also has one more if conditional statement. So if following part called as true part, else following part called as false part.
False.
Okay. So here not written the values. Okay. Now we are entering into next one. Same title. Here, trying to develop one more program for conditional statement. I don't want make nested if conditional statement. Example for how to develop conditional statement like if and then how to find biggest number between three numbers. Here we are trying to develop with and logical operators. I greater than j and I greater than k. Okay, how to compare this run? I has 2, j has 9. Okay, this is false. So compiler false. So compiler not check it out. Rest of expressions, rest of conditional part, because and operator here we are using false and something always false. False and something always false. So compiler does not, watch it out, rest of expressions. Okay. Now in case these conditions satisfied, then here return because value is I. Okay. Here we are trying to develop else if conditional statement. Elif. This is short form is elif. The full form is else if. Okay. Here we are compare j and k only. Okay. In case true, then here try to return because value is j. Else try to return because value is k. Okay. Here I explained. Here we are trying to compare 2 greater than 9, that is false. Now compiler does not watch it out this statement. Now compiler entering into here itself. Now 9 greater than 5. Yes, true. Now compiler execute this part. So compiler does not execute even else part also. Now here we are trying to run this program using Control Shift F10 key. Now output is displayed biggest value. So what is the difference between C1 and C2? Here we are develop else if conditional statement. C1 develop nested if conditional statement. I think you are too clear. If you have any doubts,
No.
no. Okay. Next up, how to develop jump statement. For example, already we know that 3 jump statement names are return, pass, and exit. Exit jump statement terminate main program. Return jump statement terminate subprogram. Pass jump statement make empty definition part. Now we will see what is the purpose of break and continue conditional statement also. Let's see. Okay, here we are trying to develop jump statement. Okay, J. Okay, example 4. How to develop jump statements like return, exit is a function, pass. So these are called as forward jump statement. So here we are trying to give. Here we want to make one subprogram name is called as show. Here we are develop 0 number of formal parameters. Print procedure like show. Here just I try to mention procedure name is show. Here return jump statement here we are used. Next one. Try to develop display procedure. Here try to display procedure display. And then here we are try to try to terminate whole programs. I don't want to terminate a subprogram only. Here I want try to terminate whole programs. Okay. Now we are entering into main block or main indentation or main program. So this definition part called as subprogram. So, but here we are not make any indentation. In case we are not make any indentation, then that is called main program. Okay, here we are trying to mention welcome. Here we are trying to mention thanks. Okay, now here try to call show procedure. Next try to call display procedure. So what is the output of this program? First one output is welcome. Next one here we are called procedure. The procedure return procedure show. This is second output. Now third here try to call one more procedure name is called as exit. Here display procedure display as well as here we are terminate whole programs. Here we are not terminate a subprogram because exit function terminate whole program. So that output does not display because here terminated here because here we are terminated whole program. So compiler not execute this statement. Here I try to run this program. Here I press Ctrl S key for save this file, as well as I want to execute this program with the help of Ctrl Shift F10 key. Now here displayed welcome by main program. Here displayed procedure show as well as procedure displayed by subprograms. But tags content is not displayed by main programs since exit function terminate whole programs. I think now you are too clear what is the difference between return and exit function. Return is a statement, function is, sorry, exit is a function. Both are terminate, both are shift cursor from one location into another location. For example, return jump statement shift cursor from subprogram into main program or calling path, but exit function terminate whole programs.
So
Is there any doubt?
if exit is not mentioned, then what will happen?
Okay, here you are not mentioned, then definitely display, procedure display, and then return thanks also. You are
Thanks also.
expect this.
Yeah.
Here I comment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I press what is the output then? Welcome, procedure show, procedure display, and then display thanks also. Control Shift F10 I press. See here.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, good.
So if it is mentioned is I don't know whether it is a correct question or not. So if it is exit is 1, so what will happen? The entire program will terminate. I mean close.
Okay, I think you are not attend last class, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because suddenly you are right this kind of question. Same questions rise even Soumya also. Okay, sir, why we put here 0? Okay, 0 indicate me. For example, again I repeat it. Okay, just here I check it out.
Got
Okay,
it. The
no,
first
Vidya sir is
program
not
will.
present here. Okay, rest of persons is not present here. Okay, now, okay, now Vidya sir, I explain what is the then. For example, you are created two programs. You are created two programs. Second program call first program. You are not call program individually. You are call first program by second program. So first program successfully run, then first program return exit of 0. 0 means successfully program executed, successfully program executed as well as split that program. 0 indicate mean for that successfully program is terminated without error. In case you are mentioned apart from 0, sir, here I mention 100, here I mention minus 100. So these positive or negative values indicate program terminated with error. Are you clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, exit of 0 indicate program terminated without error. Exit of apart from 0 indicate terminate a program with error. So this is the difference. Okay. Now we are entering into other next program. Now I want to read this. Now what is the next topic then? How to develop loop, because the loop indicates for what? Then for example, sir, in case I am not develop loop, then what is the demerit? In case we are using loop, then what is the merit? So what are the merit for loop? I explain. Here we are right to mention L1. Okay, good. Example for loop. The alias name is iteration. Loop categories are loop categories are for each and while loops in Python. These categories only available in Python. So here we are mentioned Python loop categories are one is for each, another one is while loop only. Okay. Now we will see what is the syntax of for each loop. For each loop syntax for, and then here we should mention scrap variable. Here we should mention subscriptor variable. As well as we should mention the declaration part is over, the definition part is started. So here that for each loop definition part, here you are mentioned definition part. That is your wish. So what is the meaning of scrap variable? Scrap variable handle only scrap variable handle only one value at a time, but subscripted variable handle multiple values at a time. Subscripted variable examples of subscripted variable developed by array or pointer. So subscripted variable developed by array or pointer. So we can, so array or pointer develop subscripted variable. So I will tell later how to. Okay, for example, scrap variable example. Scrap variable example. I equal to 5. So here scrap variable name is I. Scrap variable value is 5. Scrap variable name is I. Scrap variable value is 5. Okay. Here, how to develop subscripted variable? Subscripted variable example. Here we are develop I, and then here we are develop subscripted variable according to Python using list data type. List data type is also developed subscripted variable. Tuple data type is also developed subscripted variable. Even set and dictionary also develop subscripted variable. Not only in array and pointer, even according to Python only, according to Python, we can develop subscripted variable using collection. Like, what are the collections are available? List, tuple, dictionary, set. These are essential collections. List developed by set bracket identifier. This is the identifier of list. Tuple identifier is open and close brackets. Dictionary identifier is open and close curly braces. Even set also utilize same identifier like open and close brackets. So what is the difference between dictionary and set? Dictionary process with key name and key value, but here we can use value only in set. So, but dictionary and set, both data type developed by open and close signs. So, for example, this is close curly braces, this is open curly braces. So, dictionary and set, both data types are developed by open and close curly braces, but tuple developed by open and close brackets, list developed by set brackets or square brackets. This site name is, this symbol name is set bracket or square bracket. What is the name of this symbol is open and close brackets. So what is the name of this? Open curly brace and then close curly brace. Okay. Now you know that what is the difference between dictionary and set. Dictionary process with key name and key value. Set process with value only. I think now you are too clear. Now here we are trying to develop. Okay, what is the difference between list and array? Array use same data type values, but list use different data type values. For example, array then you should use same data type value. For example, here I use 1, 11, 5 or 100. So these are same data type like integer. We can't use in this way. Here I try to display for it. Okay, here I try to develop fonts. So this is Boolean, this is string, this is numeric. We can't use multiple data type values under on array variable. If you want develop multiple data type values under on single variable, then you should use list data type. Vidya sir, are you clear?
Yeah, I'm clear that.
Okay, good. Now, so now we know what is the difference between array and list. Array accept same data type values, list accept different data type values. This is possible only in list. So this is not possible in array. Okay. Now we are entering into this one. What is the purpose of range function? Okay, here I put or. Okay, in case we are not use iteration concept. Iteration concept like loop, then here I want try to print 1 to 10 values. Here I put 1 or like this. That is your wish. Here I try to display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you want printer 1 to 10 numbers, then compulsory you should develop in this way only, while you are not using loop. Control Shift F10. Now display the output here 1 to 10. Okay, in case so we are using a loop concept, then how to develop? Okay, now if you want develop, with, for example, here we are trying to print 1 to 10 without loop. So I want print 1 to 1 crore, then we should make much more statements. So no need that. So what is the syntax of how to develop a for loop? This, don't call it as for loop. This is loop name is exactly for each loop. Okay. Now here we are trying to develop for each loop, as well as here we are trying to develop one scrap variable. This scrap variable handle only one value. Okay. Now here range function return starting point to ending point numbers. Starting here starting value is, here I mentioned starting range value 1, ending range value is 11. But here what is the meaning of 11? but range function takes a
The last value, I think.
minus
Then
1.
minus
Last
1.
value minus 1. Okay, good. You know that. Okay. Here we are trying to print I. Okay. Yeah, how to execute this function then? Here print 1 to 10. Here this is called as subscripted variable. First one value stored into I. Now here print I value. Next two values goes into I, and then here print I value. Next three goes into I, and then here 3 print up to 10. Now here we are mentioned the last index only, but last index means the 11 minus 1 is the exact number. Okay. Now here we are trying to print Control Shift F10 I press. Now here display 1 to 10 numbers. Okay. Is it possible to okay, what is the step value? This is start value. This is stop value. Stop value always minus 1. Okay. Step value 2. Mean increment value. Okay, increment by 2. So first value is 1, second value is 3, third value is 5, fourth value is 7, fifth value is 9. Okay. Now here display 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. If you want print even numbers, then here you put 0. Now 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay. I want print in reverse order. Okay. Here you just give range reverse. Okay. Here we are reversed. So 10, 9 up to 1. Oh, sorry, up to 0. Okay. Now here I try to press value. Here I try to press Control plus Shift plus F10 for execute this program. 10 to 0 displayed here itself. So okay. Now here so step value is 2. Okay. 10,
10,
8,
8,
no.
6.
Yes,
10,
in this order. So now you are too clear what is how to develop for each loop. So reverse is one of the built-in function. Range is also one of the built-in function. Now this is 0 is a start value, starting index, and then 11 is stop value, start end index. Here we are mentioned the step value. In case we are not mentioned step value, then automatically the default step value is 1. So here this is the step value. Okay, now I think you are too clear. So how to develop break jump statement? How to develop break jump statement? So what is the purpose of break jump statement? Break jump statement terminate your loop and or match case conditional statement. So break jump statement terminate a loop and or match case conditional statement. Match case is a new feature 3.10 onwards. So 3.10 Python version full-fledged introduce match case conditional statement. This is multi-branch conditional statement. So before 3.9, like 3.8 has no match case conditional statement. Now I think you are too clear. So here you are trying to develop if conditional statement if I greater than 5. I want to terminate this loop.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Here we are missing one thing. What is that then? For each else loop. For each else loop. Sir, I can't understand what you are trying to say. Okay. Here we are print. Here we are allocate range 0 to 5. Here I want try to print 0 to 5 because only here I mentioned 6. Okay. Here we have mentioned the last value. I. Okay. Here print out. Okay. Main block. Main block also written what is the value found in I variable. Now this block process, this indentation process 0 to 5. This indentation process when exit cursor from for each loop. For each loop, when cursor exit from for each loop, then the last value is 5. Then the now this indentation part process when exit from for each loop, the last value is 5. Okay, here process 0 to 5. Here process when exited from for loop 5. So this is the output. Now here I save this file and then execute this program. Now
Last.
for loop indentation part execute 0 to 5. For else part execute the last value 5. Main block execute. Main block I variable is also has 5. For each else block return this statement. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. But this block process when successfully for each loop completed. For each else block process when for each loop successfully processed. In case for each loop not meet last value like 5, then definitely for each loop else part not processed. Sir, I can't understand what you are trying to say. Okay, here I put if I greater than 3. Here I put break.
Okay.
Now, when this statement process that I value where I has 4 greater than 3. Yes, true. Now here we are terminate here for each loop. Now here return 4. This block is not processed because successfully for each loop is not completed. This loop process 0 to 3 only.
Yeah.
Now here try to run this program. Now the statement written 0 to 3. Here the main block written 4. Here not processed for each else block. I think now you are too clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now the break jump statement is terminate loop and or match conditional statement also. Okay. Now we are entering into next one loop. Name is called as while loop.
See, if reversed,
If you want in this example, are you clear?
yes, in this example,
Okay.
we can reverse reverse range. I mean, if I put
Okay, for
any
example, okay, here reversed. Here I put reversed. Okay, I'm not execute before we should deliver the output. Don't deliver the output after on program execution because all persons knows that that kind of way. Okay, reverse then what is the values? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, right? Okay. Now what is the here? Initially 5 greater than 3.
Yeah.
Now true. Now for each loop terminator. Now the statement is not processed. Now here written 5 only. See, that's all.
Yeah.
Now you are, I think you are clear.
Yeah.
Okay, now here copy and paste, and then here make one more program for develop while loop. example for how to develop while loop. Okay. Okay. In interviews, they ask this kind of question: which one loop is best? While loop is best because while loop process is high compared with for each loop. So this is one of the answer for difference between for each loop and while loop. Very clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, what is the syntax? While loop syntax. Compulsory we should mention before the variable. Okay, while and then conditional. Here we should mention conditional part. Conditional part is true, then is executor conditional part. So this is definition part. So definition part of while loop. Okay. Now here try to give one example, the conditional part. Before we should mention the variable name is C. Okay, good. Here I put I greater than 6. Yes. 0, sorry, not I greater than 6, I lesser than 6. Yes, true. Here try to print I variable value initially return 0. Here we are trying to increase the value. I plus 1. This is equal to what? I equal to I plus 1. So this is the meaning that. Okay. Now here in outside main block return high value. So here we have mentioned main block. Main block try to return high variable value. Here what is the value then? 0 to 5. Okay. Here return 0 to 5. Now here not like the 0 to 5. Yeah, 0 to 5 here return 6. Because when this loop terminated then I value has 6 then 6 lesser than 6 false. Before 5 lesser than 6 is true. So 0 to 5 values displayed inside of while loop indentation. While loop indentation display 0 to 5. This loop terminated when I has more than or equal to 6. Okay, 6 lesser than 6 is a false. Now this loop is terminated. Now cursor entering into main block. That main block return I variable value also 6. Okay, now here I save and then execute this program. Now 0 to 5 value displayed by while loop and then main block return 6. I think now you are too clear. Now here try to develop while else. Now here print while else. Okay. When this indentation process done, when successfully while loop complete process, that time onwards execute while else part. In case in while loop successfully not completed, then while else part not processed. Now here return value is also I think not 6. Here also 5.
Oh.
Yeah, I check it out. Okay, why else has 6? Sorry, why else also return 6 value. So when terminator, when exit from while loop, that value is 6. So main block is also has 6. Vidya sir, are you clear?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Okay, good. Now we are trying to develop break jump state. Okay. here try to print.
If I
Yeah. I greater than, sorry, no need a precedence. I greater than 3. Okay. Terminate.
break
Loop.
is
Okay. Now this statement process 0 to 3 only.
correct.
Here, this state here not processed here because we are not successfully completed this loop. This loop terminated by jump statement. So while else part not processed. Now here, when this loop terminated, when I has 4. Now I save this file as well as execute this program. Now display 0 to 3 through while indentation part, and then main indentation part return I value is 4. Okay, now I think you are clear. Now, what is the next jump statement? The continue. Continue shift cursor from forward to backward. In next session, we are cover continue jump statement. This session cover subprograms, and then if conditional statements, and then
Break.
loop, even jump statements also. Very clear?
Yes, yes, I'm clear.
Okay. If you have any queries in this session,
No, I'm clear with this session.
okay, okay, Vidya sir, are you got it? Last session video.
Last session, I don't get that one.
Okay, I will tell to management. Definitely, they are give that video by URL link.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, okay, Vidya sir. We are meet day after tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you for.